Ahorita vamos a hacer un tinte con remolacha y rosa jamaica. Es un color muy bonito y todo es natural.
We are starting a natural dye process where we're experimenting with different plants and materials around Guatemala to see what natural dyes that we can make.
Ahorita voy a poner esto en la olla.
El tinte natural tiene mucha demanda, ¿verdad? Entonces nosotros pensamos de empezar a teñir de los tintes naturales. Lo que queremos es de que las cosas que vamos a teñir, ya sea plantas, cortezas de árboles, que tengamos acá en Guatemala.
The dyes we are using are sourced from Lake Atitlan, specifically the village of San Juan La Laguna, and also from the markets here in Quetzaltenango.
Estamos haciendo experimento con los colores, con las plantas, estamos teniendo varios colores, ¿verdad? Para ver qué tono es la que tira. Ahora vamos a teñir lo que es la sacatinta, que es una planta que da en el área de donde es templado. Le vamos a dejar aquí 1 hora para que hierve. Ya después ya podemos echar el hilo.
Natural dyes are quite beautiful. You can't achieve every color that you want. It depends on what you can find in nature, but you can make quite a wide variety of colors that are very unique and very beautiful. Many years ago, natural dyeing and hand-spun cotton was the main source of all of the yarn in Guatemala. Unfortunately, with globalization, now a lot of the yarn is imported from other countries and a lot of the yarn is dyed with chemical dyes.
La gente quiere usar los tintes naturales porque no tiene químico. Por esa razón de que la gente prefiere lo natural. El químico a veces es malo porque a veces les daña la piel a las personas. Hay personas que sale mucha alergia en el cuerpo, entonces por eso no les gusta el químico. En el pasado fuimos a México a aprender unos colores, pero no solo algunos colores, no muchos colores. Entonces ahora vamos a intentar hacer bastantes colores con bastantes plantas, cortezas de árboles.
Aquí tenemos el pericón, que nos da este color muy bonito. Aquí tenemos la cúrcuma, que nos da este color amarillo. Tenemos también lo que es el eucalipto, nos da este color. Tenemos aquí achote, que nos da este color de hilo. Tenemos la corteza de encino, que nos da este color como cafés.
So we've already prepared the yarn we'll be using today by leaving it in a fixant agent overnight. So there's a few agents you can use. You can use banana bark, you can use the seeds of avocado, you can use a mixture of salt and baking soda, and you can also use white vinegar. Once we put the yarn that has a fixant agent in it into the natural dye mixtures, the fixant agent will help absorb all the dye and then it'll help keep the dye in the yarn even after washing it. We do see when we go to the markets in Guatemala that women do feel the pressure to make everything natural, to be keeping everything traditional, so they do sometimes lie, and they're not doing it in a malicious way, but they're doing it to try to meet the demand of the tourist industry here, which I think is more of a problem of the fact that tourism is a main source of income, and there are a lot of high standards that tourists hold, yet they're not really willing to pay the prices to receive those goods. ¿Cuánto tiempo vamos a va a quedar?
Aquí se va a quedar, lo vamos a sacar hasta mañana.
In Guatemala, there are a lot of myths around what natural dyeing can actually do. So we think that it's within our power to clear up a lot of those misconceptions and make sure that what we're doing is very transparent and very clear, and the customer is getting a product that they can trust. And as we dive into it, our first step is to see what is possible to do while keeping the products in a price range that people are able to pay.
Mi sueño es hacer una línea de productos solo con tintes naturales.
So our goal with this dyeing today is to see what colors we can make, what different factors affect the dyeing, so how the sunlight and the moonlight affects the dyeing, how the different fixing agents that we use will affect the dyeing, and to see what different types of colors we can get. And our goal is hopefully we'll be creating products that are used fully naturally dyed yarn to make products that we can sell on the market internationally and here in Guatemala.
Yo espero un mejor resultado, ¿verdad? Porque yo tengo fe de que va a salir colores bonitos. Cuando lo metemos hay un color muy fuerte, pero cuando lo sacamos al aire se pone pálido.
Natural dyeing is a technique that dates back to the time of the Mayans over 2,000 years ago. So we do want to keep it alive as much as possible while also being transparent and honest about what we can accomplish with natural dyeing.
Es la sacatinta, como ustedes ven tiene algunas hojas acá, entonces nos dio este color de la sacatinta. Para mí salió bien, solo un color que no salió lo que esperábamos, pero de ahí los colores que teñimos salieron bien, perfecto.
The experiment went very well. There was definitely some lessons learned. For example, we dyed with beet coloring and with a mixture of salt and baking soda, and it did not come out well, whereas our mixture of zacatinte and avocado seed came out really well.
El sacatinta pues salió en color lila y el achote salió como un color ladrillo pálido. Me decepcioné un poco de la remolacha, pero de ahí los otros colores vamos bien, está bien, salió bien.
It's gone really well. It's been a great learning experience, and we're hoping to produce natural dyed products in the future.